Welcome to Monday's Co-Mindfulness meditation. Co-mindfulness is the practice of bringing our compassion and attention to other people. This is a term we came up with to describe the art of being mindful while interacting with people in your life, from strangers on the street to our spouses, children, and even our coworkers. Co-mindfulness recognizes that we are by our very nature social beings deeply dependent on each other for our well-being and happiness. As numerous studies have shown, the more we give to others, the more joyful and confident we become. We believe our capacity to give and extend compassion to others, which is at the core of co mindfulness, is the secret to our individual health and emotional well being, as well as the health and well being of others. We're thrilled that you are part of our co mindfulness community. Please share this meditation with others in your life so that this community continues to grow.
Good evening. Tonight's meditation is called Flipping the Stress Switch. And I heard this meditation by a fellow named Jeff Warren, who's a Canadian author and a meditation teacher. And when Jeff was a little boy, when he would get stressed about something, his mom would sit him down and say, "Yes, but think about all the people having problems in other parts of the world." I think a lot of moms said the same thing to their children over the years. And Jeff found it super annoying. But on the other hand, he had to admit it also worked. It made him feel both less alone and that his problems were more manageable. So, this meditation is dedicated to the wisdom of Jeff's mom and all the other wise moms in the world. This meditation is about getting perspective around stress, first by changing how we experience stress in our bodies, and then by seeing if we can connect to a larger perspective. So, let's begin by finding a comfortable place to sit with your back straight enough so you can breathe fully and deeply, but still be comfortable. You can gently close your eyes, and we'll begin the meditation with the ring of the chime, and we'll end the meditation with the ring of the chime. So we can start by taking a few deep breaths. So you're stretching up on the inhale, and then on the exhale, that's the downward motion, the relaxing, the softening. Breathing in and breathing out. This is especially important to do if you're feeling stressed, even right now. So, a nice long out breath. And as you do this, just imagine you can breathe out any tension. Breathing in and then breathing out, and the belly softens and the shoulders relax. Okay, so the first part of the practice is about exploring how we experience stress in our own body and minds. So notice where you're experiencing stress right now. How do you know you're stressed? What are the telltale signs in your body? Maybe there's a tightening in your neck or shoulders, or some kind of buzzy feeling in the chest. Or maybe there are a lot of thoughts, your brow furrowed, your jaw tight. How is stress coming up for you right now? Do a little survey. So now we're going to do this move. We're going to try to do this 180 turn here and try to reframe the way we experience this. We call all of this stress, but really that's just a word, an idea. So before any idea of stress, there's just sensations. The question is, can you begin to experience what was once stress that has just different sensations happening and flowing? So maybe you want to zoom in to one part of this so called stress experience, zooming into the feeling of tension in the shoulders or in the neck, or watching it like it's a little weather system. It's tightening and loosening, it's changing and moving. And you're curious about it. You're like an anthropologist observing this new form of life. Let's try that. Sensations connected to other sensations, all of them slowly changing. Sensations in the neck connected to sensations in the shoulders and the face, and the breath is there too, sort of pulsing under the sensations. Thoughts may be also pulsing in their own way, and it's all part of a single fluctuating system. So you're like a weather pattern. So seeing if we can experience ourselves as this swirling pattern of sensations. And thoughts are also part of this system. They rise and fall too. bits of imagery and inner talk, feelings, little motor tugs and twitches, all part of this weather pattern, this changing flow, this system of sensations. There's no stress in here. There may not be any you in here. There's just each particulate bit connecting to other particulate bits, intensifying or de intensifying. And you're really the whole moving system. You can stay open so that you're more distantly aware of this, or you can be more converged in so you're tracking maybe a single flow in the pattern, a single strand if that feels more comfortable. Maybe this weather system is moving very slowly, or maybe it's moving quickly. It's all good. You have no preference. You're just noticing the sensations, disconnected from the story of stress. And of course, you're still breathing in and breathing out. Nice long exhale. And as you breathe in and breathe out, notice any settling of tension, maybe loosening a bit, all part of this changing weather system. So, we're going to change things up a bit and recruit our imaginations even more as we keep expanding. And it's like you're panning back the camera of awareness. So you're experiencing yourself first as this moving system of sensations. And now we'll jump back one more frame. So it's like you're looking down on the whole planet, this little green and blue ball. And there are little lights flickering across the face of the planet. And each of these little lights is a person living out the various moments of their lives. Sometimes these forms are stressed and sometimes they're not. And we can imagine the ebb and flow of these lights as its own weather system. So, the instruction here is to try to stay within this sort of framework, a little bit splitting your attention between feeling how your own body's sensations, how they're feeling, and sounds around you, and your feelings and thoughts are all changing and flowing, while also kind of imagining how this flow is connected to the flow of millions of other people. And as we hold this container in our mind's eye, or even just in our intention, it's like our stress can bleed out into that larger framework. And so we're just experimenting here and seeing if this kind of imaginative reframing is helpful for you. So keep exploring. So periods of more intensity and less, part of this huge mingling weather pattern of life. And if you like this, we can pan back the camera even more. Why not? We can imagine different solar systems out there, other galaxies, things changing on this cosmic scale, weather changing across planets, stars being born and dying, just using our imaginations here. So, obviously, our problems are real, but we also have the capacity to put them in perspective, to see them as part of this larger story. And really, truly, in the moment, all there is sensations, our awareness of sensations changing from moment to moment. And that includes the things we're imagining, our own understanding itself changing from moment to moment. All of this sort of tricky, interconnected system of change with our stress as one little shimmer inside this big weather system. And now we're just breathing in and breathing out a nice long exhale, softening, relaxing the shoulders. You can let go of any visualization now, just being in your body. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and notice how you feel now versus how you felt at the beginning of the meditation. What do you notice in your body? So, this practice is kind of interesting. If you feel better using this practice, you could return to it. And if not, that's okay too. Um, I want to end with this poem called Breathe by Alistair Dumfries. Stress hooks its claws into the brain, creating false truths and unreal realities to confuse, to assault, to breaking point. There's no refuge in the past or future. The only answer? Breathe. When thoughts spiral out of control, like a jet plane on a fatal collision course, there's no respite and no saving grace. When even sleep becomes a banned destination, look to the place of salvation. Breathe. Anxiety can build and surge in a flood, overwhelming rational ideas and calm. Depression throws its hooks into the mind and drags thoughts into the mud. The perfect antidote? Breathe. Focus not on the unchangeable past or the unknown mist of the future, but on the now, the moment, your breath. Let it bring the calm that's desperately needed. The final answer: breathe. Thank you all and have a nice evening.
Thank you for joining us, and we hope this meditation brings you peace and calm during this turbulent time.